talked about delegating, so you can have more time to focus on building than.
Oh yeah. Well, no, this is like stuff that like that needs me, like the who's on the board and the what, like the meetings and stuff like that. Yeah, this is all stuff that needs me. Not Frankie's been killing it with that. I haven't, yeah, but this stuff is like I need to be, present in these conversations because like percentages and how much the doctor's going to charge us per surgery. We got all that information and stuff like that. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
No, delegation.
Well, what's going on, bro? Did we hit 100 yet?
No.
Dude, you suck, dude.
I know, man. I know, bro.
What the
shit, dude? 96. Yeah, man. Well,
did you lose? Did you not close? What is it?
It's a mixture of both. It's people's 3-month programs been up. Some people's 6-month programs are up. I had 2 people have, I had 2 people with, what's it called? Like, life things happen, and I let them leave the program.
Okay.
So, like, we're floating at that. Like, it's just been floating, bro. And then we got, like, 30 leads the other day, but only 2 people booked a call, so we've been reaching out to them and stuff like that. But, no, they haven't booked a call, but there was 30 leads just sitting there, which is absolutely insane to only one person book a call.
More also is the quality of the leads, too,
Yeah, also true, and that's what I want to work on is, like, bringing the call leads. But right now, delegation has been perfect. I can't hear. Like, even right now, like, let me see, like, just this week alone, it's Wednesday, I've had.
Tell me what.
I closed. Oh wait, I did close one person today. Guys, put me to 96. So I had a closing call today, and they missed it, and then I ended up closing them. And I have no other closing calls this week lined up. Literally, I have no closing call. I have one closing call this week.
Why?
Honestly, I can't even.
Okay, so we stopped recording for a second because he wanted to share some information with me about some fears he had in business because, shit happens. And shit happens all the time. You're going to make a customer mad. You're going to talk to a customer the wrong way by accident. We're human beings. We try to do the best that we can, but we're human beings. And you know what? You're going to maybe crash your car and hit somebody by accident. God forbid, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, My point is life happens. Shit happens. And you're going to have to deal with shit. You're going to have to. And the people that understand that understand they're going to get sued, that understand they're going to face animosity, even if it is your fault. Because guess what? If you're mad, if you're mean to my staff and cussing them out and I hear it, I'll pick up the phone, I'll tell you to go yourself and I'll hang up because you don't talk to people that way. And so they can go on social media, they can go on Reddit and like say their side of the story. I'm just not going to engage because I feel like what I did was right, and I just have to deal with that. And I can't stop my business because of a lawsuit or a threat or an issue. It just, if the world operated that way, there'd be a lot of businesses just pausing. And so now that I know that information, we're back to recording, my advice to you is you shouldn't have stopped. You shouldn't have stopped, bro. Like, no. Like even now without like any huge animosity in any of my businesses, like, bro, like, if I really dig into it, bro, I get scammers that inquire. I get people that like say hateful that inquire. I get people that try to do phishing, which phishing is like they send a link to like get your information, like a bunch of bullshit. It's already happening anyways, right? It's already out there. So you stopping like this is a huge learning experience for you because you cannot. That is not fair to you. It's not fair to you or someone even bigger, especially with the program that you offer that arguably is saving people's lives. You just did 2 weeks of disservice to people because you didn't put yourself out there. There are overweight people out there that could not know that there's a fucking solution because you didn't post.
Okay. All right. Well, lesson learned for sure.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say, though?
Yeah. No, I get it. No. I didn't agree with you until you kind of like shoved it in my face of like, hey, So now
it's just because I've faced adversity. Like one of my stories is, and I don't know if I shared this with you, but very, 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 very early on, we're talking 10 plus years ago, I received some money from a family member. And they got that money from someone else. And I was unbeknownst to me. Next thing I know, a year goes by, and we're for all intents and purposes, at that time, relative speaking, we were kicking ass. And they caught wind. And I'd already paid this family member back. And the deal was struck between that person and my family, they would have interest, never told to me. And so I got a 51% lawsuit at my doorstep. 51% of my business. I had never been sued in my life. And so I didn't understand anything. My lawyer was trying to calm me down because I had to get a lawyer, and he sucked. We had to get a new one. But anyways, every day I had to wake up for about 2 years wondering if I'm going to go into a courtroom one day and they're going to be like, yeah, so you just built this multi-million-dollar organization. Cool. You don't have control anymore. You know? So I had that adversity every day in my face. I couldn't sleep. I had panic attacks because building a business alone is scary. And so I just learned to get thick skin. And then, you know, I got sued again, and then I sued, and then I don't even know how many times, to be honest now, that like I've had an issue or an employee mad at me or a client mad at me or someone suing me or me suing someone. And so it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I've watched so many people in business in my life get paralyzed because of adversity, and it just, bro, it kills your momentum. And if you really believe in your passion, like I know you are, about the product or service you offer, like ultimately you're doing a disservice to yourself and those you could potentially help. Because, you know, as an entrepreneur, we're in the solution business, right? Like, we have solutions for people.
We have a problem, fix it.
Exactly. So, lesson learned. There you go. Now you don't have to worry about it ever again because you know, and something else is going to happen. Guess what? That's business. That's life. It happens, you know?
Yeah, learn from it.
Okay, what else? So we're going to get to 100 this week. I'm done beating this thing. We're gonna get to 100 this week, and we're already delegating, so that's great. And then
delegation has been amazing. So Frankie has been absolutely crushing it with delegating. Julio has actually been crushing it. One thing that I need to worry about, as long as you can just I just get updates now realistically. We're up from our lowest couple of months. I think we're up like $1,200. We're up like 1,200. I think we're up like 5 points
on the month
right now.
Okay, yes, dope.
Yeah, from the last couple of months have been like really, really good. Remember, we dropped down to like 87 clients or something like that. So last couple of months have been pretty dumb. But now we're at like 5.7%. Content wise, keeping clients on never really a problem. It's just been like getting them into the door.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to get quality leads. So I'm actually going to be meeting with. Sitting down with Joe. He's going to help me like figure out what AI services to use to kind of reach more people on social media.
That's dope. Okay.
I'm only one person.
I know one person, so that's why I'm trying to get you over this hump, because then we got to go find and train another you, so you can you can focus on marketing. Because dude, like my thing is like when I have sales guys, like anybody can cold call. You know what I mean? They can. But like a true marketer, a true master is I'm having, like you're already doing it, and I know you can explode it even more, is having these leads warm. We've already talked about this before. Ready to go. And then you have a person that's not that hard that you educate, that you're already delivering warm people that are interested in your product or service inbound to you. So imagine if you had more time to focus on just that and having someone get on the initial calls and bring the business in, bro, your business would explode. I understand we need to get to a certain threshold to like have the cash value, but you're already posting, you already have a lead magnet, so people are going in, they're filling out the form, they're answering questions about, they're already giving you the ammunition you need to close them.
Yeah.
So all you need is someone with a brain to get on the phone and be like, hey, here's all the things you said, and close them. And what will be even more powerful, and I just thought of this, is do you have anybody you're coaching local right now that would want to work for you, that is doing your program and excelling? Because that would be sick. A testimonial person like I worked under, I got coached by Anthony, and now I'm helping building this enterprise that we believe in. That'd be crazy.
I have a couple people that would be.
Maybe you already think of this?
No. I'm gonna be 100% blunt with you. Remember I told you last week I talked to someone that's doing what I want to do?
Yeah.
This is exactly what he's doing. He has one of his biggest clients working for him now.
Yeah.
So the fact that you just told me that, and I never shared that information with you, just shows that it's right.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah, I mean, that literally just hit me. And it's the funniest thing, because sometimes the obvious answer is like something that like just pops in your head. You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, right. And like, he said it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then now usually I'm like, okay, what the Well, I wouldn't click before, but
yeah, because think about it, like, if you use the product and you believe in the dream and the vision, you're already doing it, you have somebody that has lost the weight like yourself. You have somebody that is hungry for success like yourself that wants to build, and then get on the phone and be like, I did it. I'm living it. I've been in the program. Like, here's how we do it. And they set it up. And even then, they don't have to upsell. Meaning, I know you have different levels for your program. Like, they're gonna, instead of like being salesy and being like, oh, you should do this or that. It's like, hey, dude, like, what worked? They could say like, what worked for me is I just ripped the Band-Aid off and I did the full shebang. It's the only way.
Yeah, I did.
It's the only way. You know, I fucking bro. I would fucking go to Del Taco at 2 a.m. and eat 5 gordito burritos or whatever. You know, I went to any lengths to eat. I have to do the same here.
When it comes into your, yeah, no, it's a great idea. I have a couple people of mine right now I'm thinking about.
Fuck, that's such a good idea, bro.
That's a phenomenal idea. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that from you that I thought of that before because I didn't. I was told it, but I didn't think about it. It's not mine. That's not mine. That's your guys. You guys hold that one. Okay, cool. So yeah.
Well, it's the same thing. It's like this, right? It's like this, right? So we just got electronics in, right? And so we shipped out to a bunch of retailers. Excuse me. We're not focusing on distributors. We're focusing on retailers. And I got a shipment into the office and I put it in everyone's hand. Why? Because most of them will use this electronic, and I want them to feel it. I want them to touch it. I want them to buy into it. I want them to like it, so they can. It translates in the sales process, right? It's like, hey, I have this in my hand right now. I use it all the time. Or hey, I'm not a user, but I've used this and it's great. It just you can hear it in the person's voice, you know.
Yeah, because they're believing the product. They're touching. They're using. It's beneficial to them. They're whatever they have in mind. So yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean. That's obvious. So my first thing is finally hitting this 100, right? I think I could do that by the next time we talk, which is next Wednesday.
Now, I start identifying people. So I start having those conversations lightly, like, hey, I'm expanding the business. I want to grow, and honestly, I want to find someone that can be under me, my number two. Honestly, because they'd be number two. I mean, your wife is number one, right? So they'd be number two, and that's a big deal. And I think people might be like, well, what does that entail? And like, I don't know, but I want to start having the conversations and start filling people out.
I want to see what it is. Yeah, what it is, and see what they value they bring. I mean, so basically, just proof of concept with someone that's already completed my program, right?
Yeah, or in your program, completed or in. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Is there a completion of your program? Is there aftercare? I mean, that's another thing that. Some
life coaching. So that's when I offer when they get to their goal weight. That's when I offer the life coaching.
Yeah.
Usually, I have a couple people that are on the life coaching where they want to get down there. Because usually, when you lose weight, you start becoming. You want more for yourself. You want to own a business. You want to make more money. You want to save more. Just become a better human being all around. So
there's
aftercare for sure. We have aftercare. Okay,
yeah, I bet that's so rewarding. Just
right now.
Yeah.
Sorry. I wanted to tell you if I forgot. So right now, I have Jay. Jay is my editor. So she edits and uploads. So she's basically my Emily, right?
Yeah.
She edits, uploads, thumbnail, X, Y, and Z. And then I have Victor. Victor is a videographer. He's going to be working with me. He wants to be making about $1,000 a month. My goal is to start getting that in his pocket. So I mean, right now, I'm putting the most into other people for my business that I've ever did.
You have
and
to.
I think that's gonna, it's. I mean, it was going to go to them. The deposit was going to go to the McLaren anyways. So
Yeah, for sure.
So
but you're gonna be able to buy 2 in 90 days. Watch.
Yeah, that's the goal. So I mean, between that and paying these people and starting a nonprofit, I just put that money towards that. So. So I'm dumping the money in the right places. It's a little scary.
Are you incorporated, or do you have an LLC?
LLC, S corp.
Okay, good. Okay, cool.
A little scary. The bank account's getting a little. I mean, everyone has their version of low, right? So my low is not, it's not $2,000, but my low is low. It's getting close to there, but I get paid every single Friday. I think like this payout this week. This payout's like $4,600. So. Not too shabby, but I just like I said, so we're investing a lot more right now than ever, but it's definitely stinging.
What's your largest payout you ever got in a week?
The biggest payout I've had in a week was like 9 G's, but I had one client pay their full up front.
Okay.
which is like
So
3,000.
so we need to be getting your payouts to.
Well, I
Excuse
want
me.
10
We need to get your payouts to about $20,000.
a week.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Bro, that would be.
That's a million a year.
That would be insane.
That's
From
the goal.
coaching alone is insane.
That's
and I know
the
it's
goal.
possible. Because I know that guy I talked to is doing it. Just man, I just need to scale. And
Yeah, you do.
I'm falling short somewhere because I have whatever. We'll figure it out. But right now,
Let me ask you this. I'm going to propose a wild idea.
Okay.
Does it make more sense to be paying two people to edit your stuff and upload, or does it make more sense to hire a sales guy so you can do that? And let me tell you why I asked this question, right? So there's indirect revenue drivers, which I usually put in second, and there's direct revenue drivers. And direct revenue drivers I tend to value, not that one job is better than the other, but I tend to focus on my direct revenue drivers because I need them to bring in the blood to the heart of the business and get everybody else paid. Like the indirect revenue drivers, you need them to, obviously market and bring leads in, but you're having to do multiple hats. So you don't have to answer right now. You can if you want, but it's a question to think about.
So is it more important to pay? I think it's more important to pay for the content to be pushed out because it takes 2 hours. Think about all the reels that I have to make and all the podcasts I have to edit. You know what I mean? So, I know you said think about it, but just right off the back, I would say that because then that content allows me and Frankie to reach out to these people who they know who we are.
Yeah.
And then allows us to close. So I think as of right now, the content is important.
Fair enough. I agree.
Okay, cool. I think that was a pretty easy answer just because, man, it's a lot of, bro, you know how much content you put out in all that stuff.
I'm trying to ramp up your level. I'm trying to get 5 reels a day out. It's tough.
Bro, it's a tough, and then also too, the talking content, some days, I don't know about you, but I don't know.
I don't want to talk some days.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, we're human, bro. You know what I mean? With all that that went on the last couple, wasn't really in a talkative mood, bro. I didn't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But, I get it because I get that way too. And then I have to fucking change my perspective and be like, okay, what's the lesson in this? And I don't have to, you can share in generalities. You don't have to share in specifics, be like, hey, I made a mistake. Or, you can just even share from a third party. I know people that have made mistakes and, that's just part of being human. And the question is not what the mistake was, but where do I go from here?
Yeah, how do I learn from it? Yeah, and it was all, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's a process of growth. It was something that I think needed to happen for me to upgrade, take a step up to who I am and what I'm capable of doing and kind of figure out my worth. I think that's what it was.
What is your worth?
My worth is focusing on everything that's going to bring value to my followers or my clients, and also too, it's going to not do anything that could be damaging to my personal growth.
Okay, cool. I like that.
That's what I've realized. So, not saying that I can't. Like I said last time, we all can live in the same house, but we can live in different rooms.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned. So.
How have you been with your time? Because when we first started, you get pulled in different directions, and we needed to buckle down and focus.
You know what, man? I'll be honest with you, Chris. Frankie has been killing it. I sat down, I talked with her, I sat down and talked with Julio, and they, I was like, hey, if I focus on this, then I could fund X, Y, and Z, right? And everyone agreed, and it's just, my time has been good. I've been able to make way more quality content, have a viral video going on right now. I have 5 videos lined up ready to go. I got to edit myself, put captions on. My film, Victor, he sent it over, the video to me. I just had to add a couple of old clips of me working out. I'm replying back to DMs. I'm being more engaged on my story posts. So honestly, I could definitely have more time. The sickness part that you can't tell because my energy's low right now. But I don't know if I'm getting sick or I think I've just been doing too much, whatever it is. But I've actually felt like I've had more time.
Good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, when you're sharing that, it just makes me think of. I think about it like this: whatever I put energy in is going to happen, and if I put the work in, the money follows. So if I'm putting work in
100%.
something that's not producing, then I'm not going to get any monetary gain or be able to build. And it's easy to get distracted, especially owning multiple businesses. But like right now, I'm mainly in my main business, in the office because that needs all my focus right now. And ever since I've been in sales or a business owner, is whatever I focus on gets bigger. And I have to remember that. I have to be aware of that because if I focus on bad gets bigger. If I focus on something that's not worth my time, then I'm putting my energy, my resources elsewhere. And at the end of the day, we all have the same 24 hours. It's just how are we going to spend them? How are my competitors spending them? How are people I want to be like spending them? We do all these things. We think we're like doing a lot of good throughout the day. We look back and we're like, I ran into this. Yeah, exactly.
You know who brought that? Not only you, but you know who else brought that to realization to me this week?
Who?
Daniel.
What that fool say?
He's all, what that fool say? He said this. He's like, look at. He's all. We posted a couple of weeks all the Porsches we had in. We had this place full of Porsches, right? And then we were talking about Beamer Fest and all that stuff. Now look at all the Beamers right here. He's like, whatever. Like that's why the content's so important because whatever we focus on is what we bring in, and the whole shop has like 10 Beamers in there. You know what I mean?
It's just wild. Yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So it's like that right there. When you're telling me this, is like I was thinking about exactly what like Daniel had said. It was like, yeah, like you focus on it, it's gonna grow. So obviously 2 weeks, I can't change what happened the last 2 weeks. I wish I would have maybe called you and got your input. I probably should have did that. And I learned lesson learned. But I mean, I can't get the 2 weeks back. But we have
you have today. You have right now. And so it's all good. Like I look at it like this, right? So one thing I've tried to learn is, keeping my side of the street clean and making prompt amends to people when I f*** up and like that. And so, keeping that in mind, bro, I still snap at people, right? I still have issues with people. And so like the time that I beat myself up to the time that like I go and fix a situation and whatever remedy that is available to me gets shorter. That's it. That's the only difference is I still up, but that time limit gets shorter where I don't beat myself up or make it worse, and I get to do what needs to be done, and I can move on and get on with my life. And life's so short, and the biggest thing is obviously using the resources to make it right, but also like making amends to yourself and forgiving yourself because like your whole thing is you lost a bunch of weight. You're a life coach too. You're trying to empower people and. Bro, like therapists, right? Sometimes you gotta take a dose of your own medicine.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not. I agree with you.
I don't mean to be a dead horse, but back.
No. I sometimes I need to hear it. You know what I mean? I agree with you. I know we're recording right now, but I agree with you.
Yeah. So I would say, for the next week we have to get to 100. Have those conversations with qualified prospects that you'd want to be your number two, and. If you have a vision board or anything like that, write down 80,000 a week. That's our goal.
80,000, 20,000 a week or 80,000?
Sorry, not 80, 20,000 a week.
I'm down. Teach me.
We'll get to 80,000 a week. Don't you worry. We'll get to 80,000.
All right, hey, it's possible, man. I mean, I did get out of a 27-year-old Rolls Royce the other day, so.
Who was that?
Goddamn, Joey.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
So, I mean, all right, cool. I'll put that down. I mean, I'm not putting a vision board. I'm putting that on my wallpaper on my phone. But yeah, I mean,
20,000 a week. That's the goal. So, and we'll break that down, in future coaching. And you're already smart. You already know how to coach people. So you already know like what I would lead into as far as a year from now, working backwards. What metrics do we got to hit? But it all starts with, these two small actions that become big actions, which is, starting to have those conversations and getting to 100, And that's how I do it, bro. That's people ask me like, how the fuck do you build a big business? Dude, literally one decision at a time. One step at a time. That's it. One
step at a time, one mistake at a time. Like, it's all growth, man. I mean, I think like, I know I beat myself up sometimes, and I mean, I'm glad I have like a coach like you to kind of like say, hey, like happens, learn from it, and let's move. But at the same time, it's like, I do think it's part of business to kind of like learn from stupid,
Yeah, for sure.
So There was better choices that could be made for sure, but I won't say I regret it. I just think I'll say
No
like,
regrets, bro. Just lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone asked me on one of my podcasts, and then people like kind of hated on it in the comments, but they were asked, because I asked a question like, if you could change anything 15 years ago, would you go back and change anything? And my answer was no. And I got a lot of hate for that because people are like, oh, obviously you didn't learn anything or this or that. And I'm like, no, dude, like, the honest truth is, the reason why is I'm too afraid to anything up. You know what I mean? Like everything that's bad, good, and different that's happened the last 15 years of my entire life has led me to where I am. The doors have closed, the doors have opened, and I wouldn't trade my life for anything. And I wouldn't change anything on it or who I am as a person, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. People always have something to fucking hate on, right? But I agree with you. I wouldn't change my life because if I changed my life, I wouldn't be 600 pounds. And or 650 pounds. If I didn't get 650 pounds, I probably wouldn't be a coach right now.
Yeah, I mean, you could have gone for 850, but I get it.
I mean, I could have went for 7 at least. That's not been a.
Got to 1,000, I would have been sick, but that's all right.
No, it's all right though. I mean, live and learn, right? Live and learn. Next time, there's always round 2.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you next week,
Bye.
brother. Thank you.